joined by Adam Nelson of Culturally Distinct Podcast and Jamika the lawyer, Jamika Wester in the building. Thanks you guys for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
These are two of Houston's movers and shakers that I have here in the room, constantly doing big things. And I'm sure if you want to know about anything or if you want to hear about anything, you're following the two of them on their social platforms. So I'm really honored to have you guys here on this Wednesday night. Houston's weather is feeling pretty good, wouldn't you say? It's kind of cooling down a little bit. Adam, what made you start your podcast, Culturally Distinct, here in Houston, Texas? Let's talk about Adam Nelson.
Well, first, I noticed that in our community, our Black community, we had a lot of people that was here in the Houston area that was doing a lot of great things that was unexposed.
Yeah.
Right? So, and I had a lot of relationships with people. So I said, man, why not get their stories on camera?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one reason. That's another reason why I started the podcast. And then I'm here in a great city of Houston, even though I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, which is a great culture of people and a great mixture of people. But Houston was like a melting pot of multicultural people, right? So I said, well, we could get some of this because at the time during the pandemic, when my podcast started, we was at lockdown, but Houston and Florida was two places that wasn't.
Yes, that's right.
So a lot of people was traveling to Houston. So the first time in Houston, it's like, wow, Houston is what it is. And now you have a lot of people in California, Florida, Alabama that's moving to Houston because of podcasts like yourself and mine. And they notice it's like, wow, all this stuff is going on. So they decided to come to Houston. But yeah, that's one reason why I started the podcast.
These are two New Orleans.
You hear me?
So is the New Orleans culture here in Houston? Because I feel like half of Houston is Louisianians.
It is 50%.
Yeah, I feel like
I wouldn't say 50%, but if you know, you know. Like
Yeah.
a Louisiana person, a New Orleans person especially, if you meet a cool person, they're usually from Louisiana.
I don't know about all that.
Well, I'm going to say this.
I'm from Houston and we the coolest.
I mean, but y'all not friendly. Like, y'all don't have that Southern hospitality.
This is the South, honey. Lisa's friendly.
You
I
are.
get in trouble
You
for
are
being
friendly.
Yes,
You are.
I'm a true Southern woman, as a matter of fact.
But you got a lot of friends from Louisiana, right?
My husband was from Louisiana. He probably did teach me a lot. But yeah, I love the Louisiana culture here. I love it. I get mistaken for Louisiana a lot too. But my family was from Lake Charles or grew up there. They're, native Houstonians, but came back after college. And because of my family, I have a lot of, friends from Louisiana. That's kind of one of the reasons how I met you, Adam.
Correct.
And when I met you and connected with you, I feel like my circle grew too because you're well connected.
Well, I would say well connected. I think it's more of an energy thing. I only connect with people that I have similar energy with.
Really?
Right. So I look at life in a positive realm. I think life is half full spectrum.
Yeah.
So I tend to kind of mess with people that have that same mentality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess if you want to say I'm connected.
I want to talk to you about relationships, marriage, and the city of Houston.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Well, I think one, it's about how people look at themselves, right? So I think that people that, and this could go to people that have been in relationships, not a marriage, but been in a situation for a long period of time because they still got to deal with that other person. I think it's more of how you look at it, and if you guys are willing to evolve together. Because a lot of people, when they get into relationships, they have this understanding like, oh, this is what it is and that's it, right? I married this woman or I married this man. They have everything together, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. I like it. I like their body. I like their mindset. But they don't understand. A lot of people don't understand that changes over time,
100%.
right? But the thing is, if you're not willing to change with the person, it's going to be hard to deal with it. Especially in a city like Houston, where you have a lot of, I call it a buffet.
Oh.
You have a buffet of options.
Yes.
Right? Even when you and your mate are going through some hard times.
Yeah.
And you might have somebody that's there to to pick off where your mate isn't, putting in. It's easy to go to that. But I think it's just perspective on how a person looks at relationships.
So you understand how people can be married a long time and can consider divorce.
Mm-hmm.
You're not divorced, but as a person who's been married, you can understand like, okay, maybe I've had enough. I want a divorce, or maybe your wife can say that. There will come a point in your relationship where you feel like, I'm not sure if I want to stay in this. So that's the reason why I bring that question up to you, because it didn't mean like the 7 years before were bad. It just meant like you could have come to a point. Do you understand how people can be married for a while and then just be like done? Or do you encourage people to stay married and just stick through the tough times? Like Michelle Obama was talking about how her and Barack had like a 10-year bad phase.
Yes. So, it's a fun fact. Did you know that out of 70% of relationships that go bad, women initiate the divorce?
Yeah, because guys won't.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we're willing to stick it out.
No,
y'all not sticking it out.
Cheat. Right?
That's
stick it out.
There we go. Stick it out.
We might cheat. Okay.
Stick it out with a side chick.
Right. A couple.
And that's a whole nother discussion. We could talk about that.
No, that's a discussion right now.
But most women are really initiating these divorces.
Yes.
Right? But the thing is, not all, most women, right, that in these divorces, they really need the man because they're codependent on the man. Even if they are, they have a successful lifestyle in terms of making money, they still need that man emotionally. But a lot of women don't realize that. I'm not blaming a lot.
Adam, you need a woman. What do you mean?
Yeah,
The same way that a woman needs a man needs a woman.
Yes, I agree.
The way that our bodies are connected, we need each other.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. But I'm saying that sometimes emotions towards one party overtakes them and they make a bad decision.
Divorce?
Yes.
Please.
That's my opinion.
Were you married, Jamika?
No, I was never married.
Are you looking forward to it, or is marriage not an option for you?
It doesn't have to be.
Okay.
I mean,
would you be like Oprah, like just be with someone for a long time?
Yes.
Would you be interested in a polygamous relationship?
No.
Like, what about an open relationship? Is that the same thing? Polygamous, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. No.
So you would be interested in being in a committed, exclusive relationship, but not necessarily rings in the paperwork.
I mean, I guess that's the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be open and it wouldn't be polygamous, but I would feel like at a certain point, we have to be past all the
Yes.
plan and all that kind of stuff, because I mean, I'm getting up in age, and so it's just like, are you really at 60 gonna be dating five women? Is that what you're gonna be doing?
It doesn't even work like
I mean,
that.
for me, I don't like he said, like most women are dependent on men. I don't depend on a man for anything other than companionship. And so if that's not something that we can do and it be peaceful, then I'd rather just be alone.
Well,
So
we got to look at the nature of a man, right? We talked about this the other day. The nature of a man is to attack and hunt. God made us like this. Well, let me take out attack. Can I take that out?
They're predators.
Pursue and chase.
We are made to hunt.
Okay.
In our nature, we hunt down our prey and we bring it back to whomever, right? That's in our nature. We can't take that away from us. So if you're a person,
Where do you get that from?
our
Because
nature,
a lot of men say that that's
Yeah,
their
they do
nature.
say it.
We hunt and bring things back. What have you hunted and brought
Right.
back other than a woman and ruined a life?
What-
Like,
That's right.
what else have you done?
all right, so to your question,
Because
You said-
we're not in a primal state anymore where you guys are really going out hunting
Right.
and bringing food back and all those things. We're contributing in the same way that you guys are.
so to answer your question, you said, where did I get that from? So I look at everything as nature, right? When God first created man, right, he gave him certain principles.
Adam, are you for real right now?
No, we're not even going to do this.
We going back to the Bible?
We got to, because
Okay.
we got to look at the original nature of things,
Okay.
right? He said, okay, man, multiply the earth, cultivate the earth, and what do you say? Multiply the earth and cultivate the earth. He didn't say nothing about love
Oh, my
a
goodness.
woman. He just said, and protect. I'm sorry, and protect. That's the three things that God told a man to do. He was lonely, so he created Eve. And Eve was the soft side, the nurture of the man, of the the support of the man, the love of the man, because we didn't have that. We wasn't designed to do that. God designed us to name everything in the garden, protect everything, right? Cultivate the earth and multiply. He never said, well, you're going to be soft and you're going to love.
Being soft is not lacking love. And the Bible created us in his image. And the Bible tells us that God is love. So that shuts down that whole argument right there. Okay. Men, there are men who are emotional and soft and nurturing, caregivers. Like, that is a part of a man. We got to stop acting like that's not a part of a man. There are amazing men. They make great partners, by the way, because of their nurturing, faithful, loyal, loving side. We have to start embracing the fact that there are men out there.
There are
like
good
that.
men out there.
Yeah.
It's men like, and I don't want to say men like you, but there's men that have that same mindset that make you try to believe that this is what a man's supposed to do. He's supposed to have a whole bunch of women. He's supposed to dog women out. He's supposed to be a predator and be a hunter and all this kind of stuff. And it's just a lot of bull.
It is. You can say it.
All right, so I'm not saying that being a whore is a man's personality. One, men pick up habits from women to satisfy women, right? You guys teach us how to love you because initially we don't know how to do that,
Your mom taught you.
right?
Yeah.
So, because if it wasn't for a woman's nurture, we wouldn't know nothing. We'd just be out here savages, right? So that's one. Two, I'm not saying be out here irresponsible. Take care of your responsibilities. But at the same time, and you guys could quote me on this, all right?
Is marriage realistic for the average man like yourself? Faithful,
Okay,
same partner for the rest of your life.
let me explain.
Nobody else.
Wait,
No
what?
times out. No
You
time out.
faithful.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's why I wanted him on their show.
The whole argument that he's making is just crazy because you are married. So why didn't you talk to your wife about being polygamous? Why wasn't that an option for y'all in y'all's
No,
relationship?
because I don't want to
If
be
you feel-
polygamous.
Okay.
Because it's too much energy to have multiple women.
Oh my God.
Too much responsibility.
Yeah.
Having one woman is a lot in itself.
Okay, I hear that argument. What about just having like a little taste of like just like a one night stand here from there, city to city?
Nah,
Like,
because women are emotional and you get attached.
no, not if you're in this city for the weekend.
But still, they find out social media is a real thing, and they can find you on social media, and then they blow up your whole situation. And I'm not doing that. I rather
That's now though. That
Right.
just became a thing. And even still with that still
Right.
doesn't stop men from
It
cheating.
still
They
doesn't
see
stop.
everybody's spot getting blown up and they still have a side chick and they think their side chick is not gonna tell.
Right.
So
every chick gonna tell.
And today I was
Eventually.
scrolling down my social media
Right.
and I saw Adam as a husband.
Yes.
Is it, answer this with a yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it quite possible to meet one woman and be married to her? How long have you married? 10 years?
10 years.
Be married to her for 10 years and never step out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. To answer your question, yes. What's the caveat to that too?
What's the caveat?
If that woman is doing everything that pleases that man.
oh my God.
I feel like you're moving. I feel like you're moving the pole here.
Every man isn't the same. Now, do you, like we talked about this other night, cheating. As Jamika said cheating, the term cheating. Cheating is, my definition of cheating is something that I think everybody does.
Okay, let's talk about cheating. Jamika, is cheating a deal breaker for you?
It just depends on what happens. It depends on what the circumstance is. It depends on how I find out.
Okay, let's break it down.
Because I don't
Adam
think cheating
gonna
is the
break-
worst thing that
Okay.
a person can do to you.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Yeah, what is it for you, Adam?
So my definition of cheating is, I think everybody cheats.
Yeah, no.
But this is according to my definition. So I'm going to give an analogy. If I didn't know Jamika and I saw Jamika, and I was with my wife, right? And I saw Jamika at a bar and I was flirting with Jamika in front of my wife.
Mhm.
So if I see Jamika again without my wife and I flirt with her, that's not cheating. But if I'm with my wife and I see Jamika, I say nothing to Jamika with my wife present, but now my wife is gone and I see Jamika and I flirt with her, that's cheating. Anything that you do outside the presence of your mate It's cheating.
But it can't, if you're flirting with someone and you're married, just because your wife gave you permission to flirt with me doesn't mean it's okay. Like,
But-
to me, it would be disrespectful. Like, why are you approaching me and you have a wife? Well, my wife is cool with it. It doesn't, just because your wife is, because guys will approach you like, and you'll say like, I have a boyfriend, or I'm married. They'll be like, I am too. Well, just because y'all think it's okay doesn't mean it's okay over here.
I have a question.
So it does, that line does get blurry, because just because it's okay for y'all to do it doesn't mean you get to get over here and disrespect to me.
True.
I think that it's okay. I think I understand what you're saying. Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's an overt act of disrespect.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be offended.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I have
think
a question.
But
So,
would it
do
be-
you accept drinks?
When I was married, I did not accept drinks.
Okay, well, you wasn't a cheater, but most women going to accept a free drink.
Yeah.
That's not a cheater if it's okay in your partnership to accept a drink from somebody.
See, that's
If
what
I
I'm
go
saying.
home and I'm like, hey, we were at Houston's, somebody sent us a bottle of wine. Why
Like-
do you have
Well,
to be
that's fair.
my everything where I have to only get a drink from you, only talk to
No,
you,
no.
only like,
But if we been together for
if you
10
have
years
that
together,
understanding.
and we've been together 10 years, but this never took place, and now you want to be this new person, that becomes a problem.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
yes, it's going to be a
Right.
problem because a change in behavior is always going to
Yes.
be a problem, which
How
is
many drinks have you guys received that it didn't come with a conversation?
a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
It doesn't matter. Like, I think a lot of stuff is just trivial. We started
Mhm.
this conversation off with like asking about whether men and women can be platonic friends.
Yes.
Mhm.
Can they? Like, we went on a whole tangent, and it's just like we get into the weeds of it all in the minutia, and it's just like there's more than you and I in the world when we're in a relationship.
Yeah.
We have to interact with people.
Absolutely.
And so if you're going to scrutinize every encounter that I have, then yes, it's going to
So
seem
you
like
agree with
I'm
me,
a
though.
cheater.
We on the same side then.
I mean,
Good
no,
job, good job.
I don't agree with you at all.
Adam is very
Good job.
convincing. Be careful.
Question, why are y'all friends?
So so Adam was actually working on his podcast, and I was at a party, of course, and our paths crossed, and Adam found me and hit me up and said he was working on a podcast, would I be interested?
Mm-hmm.
We met up to speak. We met up at Glorious to talk about the podcast and have some drinks at a bar. The first thing that Adam said to me was, I'm a married man, I've been married for this long, very respectful.
Yes.
I mean, I never felt uncomfortable. I never felt like he was hitting on me. He was like, what are you drinking? Do you want another drink? Bought me drinks. And then we did talk about business, but when we were done, we were like, let's go to Hinky and Pilot.
Mm-hmm.
We went and hung out. We had fun. And then I ran into people later, and they were like, Adam is this and that. And I was like, Adam is like that? I've never known him to be like this. Like, who have you been around? And then when I started to get to know Adam and I started to get to know more of his friends, I'm like, I met a really good version of Adam. The Adam that I know has always, Lisa, are you okay? You sit here, y'all drinking what y'all drinking. Like, he's always been like a protector around me and my friends. I've always felt really safe and comfortable. I've never felt out of pocket. But the more that I've gotten to know Adam, I feel like maybe I was just a lucky person that I met this good version of him.
Yeah, I feel like that was inappropriate, but I mean, according to his standard, I feel like that would have been inappropriate.
What would have been inappropriate?
Meeting not the first encounter, but the leaving the bar and going to a second bar.
Yeah.
I think that was inappropriate.
Yeah. What do you think, Adam? What did your wife think?
She was good. She was cool. She knew my whereabouts.
Yeah.
And I invited her, actually. I was like, come over to hang.
Mhm.
And I did feel comfortable because I met your wife when we did the live podcast. I
Mhm.
met her, and I've met when we were in New Orleans and stuff.
Yeah.
But I felt like you were the same person. See, that's why I liked you, Adam, because you were the same person while your wife was there. If you would have acted different and towards me
Right.
while she was there, I would have felt uncomfortable with our friendship.
Right.
And I did notice that Adam has a lot of female friends.
He does.
Now, me as a partner, that would make me very uncomfortable. I'm going to just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
His wife, it was like five of us there, baddies, everybody. His wife was just chill, cool. She was there with her girlfriend, having a good time. So I felt like she really knows Adam and really trusts Adam. I didn't have, but I can definitely see, like for me, a married man leaving and going to the bar, I would have definitely thought it would But that's Adam.
I mean, old friends, yes, but new
But just
friends.
think about it.
Yep,
Think about
brand
it,
new
guys.
friends.
Think about it, guys. You guys are beautiful women, right? Would you guys prefer to be hanging around beautiful men, beautiful, smart, successful men, or just guys that's out here just trying to smash?
Well, that's
I'd
what they
rather
want.
hang with my homegirls. than
Yes.
hang with.
I don't hang with no dudes. I don't want to do with those.
Of course you don't.
Because they talk about the same thing.
But yeah,
So do the girls.
But I'd rather hang around women because women have a different insight than men. I'm not trying to smash, though. Think about it. If I was trying to...
we don't know that.
I'm not.
How would we know?
Because look, I don't have crude
How do you
intentions.
know?
You guys, all right, so you guys know if a man is trying to smash a chick. The
No,
energy
because
that
they
he-
are very subtle with it. They are
Really?
very subtle with it, and a lot of women pursue men, and that I think that's what a lot of men
Yes.
depend on.
I get scared when that happens.
And I have noticed that too. I definitely have noticed, this is what I have noticed, Adam.
Mhm.
Men will say, I'm a married man.
Yes.
And you know what that's code for? I'm letting you
available.
know what it is.
Right.
So if you want to be down,
That's true.
You already
you got to
know.
fall in line.
So have you guys heard what this young lady was saying on social media?
About-
And it made so much sense. And I'm glad a young sister said this. She said that she's been married for like 10 years. She said, but she was talking to a group of women. And she said that her and her husband came to a point to where she knew he wanted to have sex with other women and she wanted to have sex with other men. But they didn't want to leave each other.
Mm.
So she told him, this is what she was telling the girl. She said, I told him straight up, look, this is what it is. I still love you. We still have our kids. We still have our businesses, our houses, whatever. We're not getting rid of that. It is what it is. Thing is, you go out there and smash who you want to smash. I'm going to smash who I want to smash. And we're not going to say nothing about it. And we're going to come and be kumbaya. And a lot of people are doing that, but that's the first time I heard it communicated.
That's polygamy.
No, it's not.
Yeah, that's
You
an
still with
open
your-
marriage.
It's kind of open, but
Yeah.
you're not open because...
You're just not putting it in each other's face.
Right. And that's the first time I heard it being communicated.
I would like to see her say that in 5 years, how they give us an update of what's going on, because when you open those type of doors,
Yes.
you don't know what type of feelings, emotions, drama, trauma is going to come. And it's hard to make rules and set boundaries when you do things like that,
Mhm.
because you leave your husband with the wrong chick. She may do all the things that you don't do, and he
100%.
gets emotionally involved with her, and then what?
Yeah.
So then
Can I, for transparency?
A full disclosure. Come
All
on.
right. The thing about me, in marriage, it taught me how to open up and how I really feel. This hurts my feelings. I don't like
Yes.
when you do that. When you say that, it hurts my feelings, but it helps me, right? And it builds, when it builds me, it builds us.
Yeah.
That does make your relationship better. But that's the only way you're going to have a successful relationship is being able to communicate and expressing vulnerability.
Remember what I said? I don't know if you remember what I said the other night about at the dinner table. They asked me, what is your, I guess, your understanding or your thoughts on a successful marriage? The first thing I said is you got to be able, when your mate hurts your feelings, you got to be able to accept it, right? Because a lot of people get their feelings hurt
Yes.
and they think it's over.
Yes.
I'm fat. I can't believe it. My hair is nappy.
Yes.
Oh, I don't get my hygiene is not where it needs to be,
Yes.
right? But if your mate tells you that, they tell you that out of love because they
Yes.
want you to do better, right? But a lot of people can't accept that.
Yes.
And when you marry, you're not stuck, but you're with that person.
Yeah, you have to have the conversation.
You got to.
Yes.
The
If
tough
not, your
conversation.
marriage is not going to go, it's not going to go the distance because you're keeping stuff in. You
Yes.
start to hold a grudge.
Yes.
And then you start to pursue other people to fulfill the need
Hallelujah.
because it's not being met here. And really, you just should have told that person, like, you need to brush your teeth or floss a little bit more.
That's it.
Instead of them thinking, like, why you never want to kiss me?
Because at the end of the day, that's your man and that's your woman. And whenever they
Yes.
go outside, they represent you.
Right. What is this? This is not what we are drinking, Adam.
No, this is Fiji water, guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I mean,
Has a twist to
it
it.
does
What
come
is it?
tequila,
Oh.
drink of choice. But yeah, it is important to look a certain way for your spouse, but it's also important, to look a certain way for yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I agree 100%. I'm not coming outside looking a mess. I just think that if you want a certain thing in life, you have to present yourself with that.
Yes. Now I
You know what I
agree with
mean? You can't go in the courthouse looking a mess when you represent a client.
No, it's sometimes I just feel like I look a mess. I mean, no. I mean, my face is still my face.
Right.
So I'm never going to just be a mess.
Well, most beautiful people don't think they're beautiful. Right.
No, I think I'm beautiful.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I know I'm beautiful.
Oh, watch out. Hey.
I know that's right.
I feel like I'm the most beautiful that I've ever been in my life, like right now. Not in my 20s, like right now. I'm the most confident, everything.
Do you feel like that, Adam? I do.
What's crazy, a lot of women in their 40s and 50s are very, like, they're way more sexy.
Yeah.
They're ladies. They're queens in their 40s and 50s, and they're living in the essence of being a woman.
But we've hit the wall, according to the red pill man in the podcast, man. You know,
to me, I love it. I love what an older woman.
All right, it doesn't even apply to you.
No, it
don't even apply. You love to see it. That's what you mean.
That's what you love.
You mean you love to see it?
No, I love
you love to see it.
When an older person is living in their essence, like, for instance,
an older person.
Confidence. It's the confidence that you see that's attractive.
Yes, because you guys like granddaddies now with the gray beards.
I don't like granddaddy.
Oh, listen,
it's
the one that I like.
Dad bods are in. Dad bods are in.
No, they've never been in for me.
Really?
I like a runner's body.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Dad bods are in.
I like a gym. I like a guy who spends some time. I could tell that he's lifted a weight or two.
He don't still. No.
Yeah.
Shout out to the guys.
See, when you start talking like that, the men with the dad vibes be like, no.
Confidence is what you get at this age too. There's not things that there's not an age anymore that we have to reach something. At this point, we've kind of hit things, so we're not like trying to attain anything. We don't have to wait for a couple more years to be a part of the conversation. We can be a part of any conversation, young or old, these days. So that's also a part now that opens up like a variety of what we can and can't entertain.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can entertain anything we want to entertain. It's up to the individual, and it's up to if you communicate it. Right? We all grown at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? We're grown.
Yeah.
All you do is communicate it. Right? I think effective communication is a big thing that we don't realize how important it is. If you're effective in your approach and when you speak to someone and your intention.
Do y'all think text messaging is an effective form of communication?
I feel like text messaging is a quick form of communication to send a short and sweet message.
It's lazy.
It's a deal breaker for me. If a person, if a person is only able to communicate with me through text and that's days that go by and we haven't had a voice conversation, or the voice conversation is 30 seconds to 3-4 minutes, that's not a part, because I know how important communication is in a relationship. That's not a viable relationship. I mean, we could play with it as long as we want, but that's not going to go the distance.
I never heard of that before.
I mean, I think it serves its purpose. It kind of like can let you know a lot about a person, the way they text, their grammar, like how they, and so you can kind of know like what we're going to do with this whole situation through a text message. Like, okay, it's
oh, so you're a talker?
Yes, for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course. Right.
Oh, well, yeah. I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know
that either. That's good to know. But you know what?
A girl told me when I first moved here a couple of years ago. She said, "Where do you live?" And I told her where I was living at the time. And she's like, "Oh, you married?" I said, "How you figure?"
Because you were out there in the bar.
She said, "Anywhere outside of Beltway 8, you're married."
For sure.
I was like, I didn't think about that, even though I was married. But you got to tell them you're married from the initial jump, because if y'all go any further, you already know what to expect. This is my wife in the background washing dishes. Look, I got to get off the phone. I'm going to call you back in a second.
God.
Not saying that I do that. Not saying that I do that. But it's okay. If you had a man, look, I stay with my man right now. We're separated, and, he's a construction guy, so he has a lot of guys over. That's fair. When I'm on the phone with you, if he asks you a question, I know you got to go. That's my expectations. But if you like, oh, I'm single, I'm by myself, but I'm calling you, I hear a man in the background ask you a question. I'm like, what's going on? Now I'm like, I'm not interested in it any longer. You know what I mean? You know what's funny though? All of my friends, all the female friends that I have, they never call me after 7 o'clock. If they call me after,
you're married.
You are married.
Oh my God, Adam!
Next time,
what is going on?
a real single man on your podcast, like, because this semi-single man here, like, this is what you should have had.
I don't want to blow up your spot, but just tell us what you and your wife got going on.
I have a lot of female friends.
Yeah.
I'm not having sex with these
Because
people.
they respect your relationship.
Right.
Yep, that's what it is.
But a lot of
told
women
you.
don't.
That doesn't mean anything out of you shooting yourself in the
The
foot.
point that we're next question.
Guys, y'all see how these women be on me? So good.
So back to your point, texting is a no for me.
Okay.
Texting is a deal breaker for me. What's one of your deal breakers?
Like having an aggressive personality.
Really?
Yeah.
You like aggression?
I mean aggression in the proper way, but in terms of like just being overly jealous or
Yes.
aggressive in terms of like if I'm afraid of you.
Yeah.
Something like
I got
that.
Oh my
Like-
gosh.
you. Like violent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
For me would be lack of confidence, of course. I like a very confident man. I like a confident swag.
Does money have to come with that confidence?
Absolutely.
I think that money makes a man very confident. And a lack of money standing next to me would make you a little less confident. I mean, no.
So
I don't
is
know
it really
though.
confidence in himself, or is it confidence in the money that?
Well, it may not be confidence in the money. I mean, to achieve certain money, you have to have a certain type of education or skill. So it could
Yeah.
be confidence in those things. The money is going to come. And I feel like, you know, if you believe that it's coming, it's some kind of way it'll make its way. You could be a great barber and be a millionaire because you're cutting the right person's hair. So I think if you're confident in what you do, that's why you gotta have some kind of passion that you pursue, and it's not me. You gotta have something that you do, you know, during the day, not idolize over me.
But you know, bad women, as a man, most women as bad, what we consider as bad, most men just want to be with those women all day.
Yeah.
Because they don't want no other man to pursue them. That's why they with them all day.
But how you have time to be with a woman?
I don't know. And especially if, like, say, for instance, when I played ball, I knew a lot of cats that, like, had bad chicks. But they want them everywhere. You coming to camp. You coming with me after meeting. You come.
Well, that means the woman has time to do all of that. Like the woman he's bringing the woman with him, so she is available.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most men who have money and status, they want women who are available.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
So yeah, they want you to be able to get on a flight.
But how do you deal with that? Like, I don't know if you guys ever dealt with that, but how does a woman deal with that?
Deal with
Oh,
what?
I'm available.
Oh, okay.
Listen, you don't play hard to get to a man who's hard to get.
I got you. Okay. So money is the factor.
No, money is not the factor. Money is going to be. Jamika, do broke guys approach you?
No, not really.
Exactly. I mean, we don't have to talk about money being a factor. I'm not being approached by men who don't have money.
That's bad.
But
No,
I mean,
that's what's happening.
I'm mad at both of y'all for saying
I mean, I don't know.
No,
Though,
I'm not
because-
pursuing those men. Those men are approaching me.
But money really does not matter as much because the broke person is the one who's, not giving you the money. So it could be, I know football players who he will tell me like, I ain't giving that girl nothing.
nothing. I wouldn't either.
And so I know teachers who give half their paychecks to whoever, if they're dating somebody, or give their whole paycheck to their wife. So, money, all that stuff is relative,
Yes, it is.
I'm mad at both of y'all. You know why?
Oh my god.
I'm mad because both of you guys are beautiful sisters, but you guys use that to your advantage. I'm not saying y'all need it.
Used what to our advantage?
Y'all looks.
No, we
Because
don't.
Men,
It is who we are.
because men break their backs to satisfy you guys financially, and y'all know that man is struggling to keep up.
That doesn't even make sense because Jamika and I both have careers.
I know,
We financially take care of ourselves. Nobody has to break their back for me.
but are you?
I don't know nobody who done broke their back.
Right.
First of all, he's probably been taking care of 5 different households and mine. So
Yeah.
ain't no breaking backs. Probably breaking backs in the bedroom, but not breaking backs.
Let's talk about it.
as far as the money.
But I don't know, because I see a lot of guys that, they go for the 5-star, right? They go for the 5-star, and they know they can't afford it because it comes with a price, right? You can't stay at the Four Seasons and you're just mediocre, right? I was with one of my partners for Essence with the Four Seasons. I was talking to some chicks from LA and high end chicks. You know, they had this design, their own designer jewelry and all this. I was like, bro, out of your league, bro. You don't want that. She talking about, yeah, the ring was 40,000, the watch was 50 grand,
Oh,
the
my God.
bracelet
And she in New Orleans like this?
She out of my league.
was for Essence, and she was an executive.
Was she wrong for walking around with all this with no
But
security?
The whole Four Seasons. If you go to Four Seasons,
Four
New Orleans,
Seasons, okay.
yeah, you know, you have those type of people there.
Yeah.
And it was all black, you know, which is the beauty part. But I told him, I said, bro, outside of your league, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
I see you doing with that because you got to keep up. He
Yeah.
brought her, you know, a gin and tonic, you know, $29 gin and tonic. I'm like, bro,
Stop.
leave it alone.
So men will know. Men will say who's out of their league. Do you think women know if men are out of their league?
I do. A man is out of my league if he has a certain type of lifestyle that I don't want to participate in. And that could be anything. But if a man, you know, loves to party all the time and go out every weekend, that guy is not in my league. We're different. He's going to pay for drinks. He's going to pay for sections. He's going to make sure everyone has a good time. That's not really I would like for my money to go somewhere else. So that wouldn't be a person that does out of my league mean somebody who I couldn't be with. Sure, I could probably make that work. That's not a person that I would want to be in a relationship with.
But there's a lot of women who will say, I can have any man I want and I can do this and I can,
No.
you know, and it's like, no, men can be out of their league and women can be out of their league too. And it's okay. It doesn't mean you're any less of a person.
Yes.
You know?
That's so important. That happened to me while I was dating. I was like, what? I call Adam, like, Adam, like, what, you know, what is going on? But Adam said, maybe it's just you, Lisa. Maybe
Yeah.
he's just not that into
And it's
you.
hard to believe
Yes.
it, you know, because we feel like we put the best foot forward, but it's just like, you know, people have the right to
Yes.
choose what they feel like is better for them, and it may not be you.
Yeah.
You know?
And my girlfriend said, Lisa, it's your ego. You need to tell yourself that it's okay that they're not into you.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing that you've done wrong. You're just being yourself.
Right.
You wouldn't want to change who you are to make them be into you. So,
And the worst thing you could do as a woman is to do that, is to try to contort yourself to be who that person wants you to be, or to chase, because men chase. That's what's in our DMs.
yes.
Like on the dark side, on the other side, that's unread. And it's just like, a lot of men just don't know how to read the room.
Yeah.
And maybe women don't either. I mean, I just don't do the things that I see that men do in terms of when it's blatantly clear that a person is not interested in a man will just constantly
Still
pursue.
go.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
So I heard this from a great philosopher. You guys, I'm not going to say his name because you guys are going to automatically disagree. But he
Oh my
said
God,
something.
Kevin Samuels, this is
He said
philosophy.
something that made a lot of sense. And it goes for both parties, male and female. He said that always date a person that likes you more than you like them.
That's what my dad always told me.
yeah,
Always.
I agree with that.
Male and female.
As a woman, I agree with that. I
Always.
don't know about a man.
If a woman is not into
Not
you
a
like that,
man, because
Yes.
if that was the case, then it would be a circular argument where, like, how would it work if
No.
it was the same?
if you're pursuing me more than I'm pursuing you, okay, be with you because you're going to be there.
Right, but in my mind, you're supposed to be pursuing me more.
Yeah, that
than-
wouldn't
but-
work
So
as
it
a
wouldn't
woman.
work.
But you,
It wouldn't
you
work.
might like me more than.
no.
No,
That gives a man permission to do every and anything to you. If you're just like so gung ho. The man,
Something interesting. I didn't know that because I thought you just pull out the American Express and go ahead, get what you want.
yeah, I would get what I want, but I mean, you wouldn't hear from me next week. I would tag you
Y'all
in
hear
my
that, right?
shoes.
There you go, fellas. Y'all
For
hear that?
sure. If you taking me shopping, I'm going shopping and I'm going to say thank you and then I'm going to go home. I'm not kissing you, hugging you. I'm not doing anything.
I'm not even going shopping. I don't even enjoy people's money that I know I don't like.
Then why you go out? Or you don't go out?
No, I'm saying shopping. Like I wouldn't let somebody take me shopping that I don't like.
Nobody has ever taken me shopping that I don't like, but people have taken me to dinner that I didn't like.
Really? How did you? So the game face.
I don't
How do
even
you
do
guys keep the game face like that?
I don't
right?
even do that.
Oh, you don't do that? Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
even do that.
when I started dating, people were like, you got to be open and date date guys that you wouldn't have dated before. So I did do that. I dated some guys who were great on paper, and then sitting there at that dinner, I was like, I'm never going out with them again.
Wow.
But when the check came, I didn't say like, let's go Dutch because I'm
Oh,
never going
hell
to see
no.
you again. I
Yeah,
was
that's
just
unfair.
like, you know,
That is so unfair.
I let him pay for the dinner. I was like, thank you. And I never talked to him
That's
again.
so unfair.
Yeah, it is unfair. And when I went out, when he asked me out, I wasn't attracted to him. But I was like, you know what? This is a
You
good...
can see, you know, you can
Yes.
give it a chance.
And I was like, this is a good guy. So I'm going to go to dinner. And I did let him pay for that expensive dinner. He didn't take me shopping and buy me Louboutins, but he did spend some money. And I knew like there's no future in this. So I have done, you know, something like that where I was with someone and I wasn't attracted to them and I let them spend a little money on me. That happens in the club.
It happens a lot in
Guys
life.
approach you and
Yeah.
they offer you a drink and I'm like, you got missing tooth on the side. But yeah, I'll take a French 75.
Oh, you got that missing tooth? the infamous missing tooth on the side.
That's also a deal breaker.
Women have that too, by the way.
Right.
Oh, they do.
Right.
Everybody. I tell people like, I'm going to send you to my dinner. You want to know who my dentist is? Teeth are important.
Very.
Very
Instead
important.
of buying those shoes.
Yes.
Get your side tooth done.
Yes. And also like make sure you have good smelling breath. Bad breath is a deal breaker.
Ooh.
So you can be so cute. Ooh, when you start talking, it's a wrap.
Ooh.
How long is the process when you're dating before you like catch and release?
I mean, I guess it would depend on how many conversations we just have over the phone
Yes.
before that happens. But I will say, I'm a stickler. I do not let men spend money on me that I do not like. It means nothing for me to sit across the table from a person I don't like to get a free meal when I can pay for a meal and really have the person that I really want across from me.
Yeah.
And it could be you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just don't do that. But I mean, if somebody wants to take me on a date, if I don't like them, I'm going to let them know, like, I don't think that it's a fit. But if you want to go out and have a good time, because I believe anytime I leave my house, I'm going to have fun.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who I'm with.
Yeah.
And so I will do that, but it's not going to get any further than a meal. I will not let somebody spend anything more than a meal on me.
Me too.
That's good. That's fair.
For a man, and, you know, is it better if a woman needs money for a need or a want?
Want. So a want is this. This is
Yes.
anything, right? And this is in picking your partner too. Before I got married, I only dated women that never needed me. Never. They didn't ask me for nothing, even though they probably were struggling. I wanted to provide for them. But if they always say, well, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, them the ones I stray far away from.
Why?
Because they're needy. A man doesn't want a needy woman. Now, if a woman doesn't have to work, but if she's in need for everything, because sometimes their dads or their family takes care of them, or their, generational money. But if they're needy, no. But if she's like, I'm struggling, I'm at work, I'm got a second job to pick up this, I'm doing this,
Yeah.
and you see her grinding,
Yeah.
I'm helping y'all, baby.
Yeah, I love that.
Go ahead, baby.
I do love that. Now, I love it just because.
Yeah.
Here's some.
Go ahead, baby. You grind
I
here.
want you to come with me this weekend, go get a pedicure,
Yes.
your nails done, get your hair done. It's
Yes.
on me. I love that. Not because, like, I don't have the money to, but because you just, like, want to do that for me.
Because you've been working hard and you deserve it.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Fellas, they deserve it.
All right, what can a woman physically do on the outside to look attractive?
I would say be receptive. Yoga pants. You got to have them yoga pants.
Oh, Jamika.
Jamika, you wear them yoga pants, baby. Yo.
Lululemon, baby.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Hey, them yoga pants.
Listen, be careful, ladies, with those yoga pants. I went and
Because-
showed the house. Woo,
Hey,
man. Yoga
hey.
pants will get you.
Because the thing is, you can wear yoga pants with heels. And you can wear them with tennis shoes. You can wear them inside your house. And you can wear them at Whole Foods. And if a man sees you, he's like,
Body.
oh, my goodness.
Body, yada, yada, yada,
What is
yada.
that?
yada.
And then she turn around, like she smiled with dimples. It's like, oh my goodness. We're not talking.
Oh my gosh.
But those yoga pants, yeah.
What in the world is going on here?
No idea what's happening.
Something happened. Something's going on in this red cup. I don't know.
Oh man, you're gonna blame the red cup. Well, you guys
You
think?
know, that's what I like.
I like business attire too.
Yeah, you think a woman looks attractive in a suit?
Yeah. Really. I don't know how Jamika.
Listen,
All these.
It's time to wrap up the show. I'm just trying to help you out, Adam. But golly.
what time is it?
You're
My
hanging
man
yourself.
is expecting me somewhere.
Especially
right
with the
now.
color black. So I'm just saying.
Hey, I'm Jamika the lawyer. I do personal injury, and I have an online business where we do a court order classes called Texas Court Classes. But if you get in a car accident, look me up.
How about Jamaica?
Yes, Jamika the
We
lawyer.
do have a background check, fingerprint, paternity,
Oh, wow.
business. We do that. I also do government contracts. So if you're into getting a government contract, getting your WDB, DBE, your small business certification with the city of Houston, we can help you guys out with that. Business credit, we do all that stuff. I consult with you to show you how to get it.
Hmm.
But that's it. Uh, that's it. That's the only stuff in terms of business that I can give to the people. Everything else is
You have a podcast. You're a
close.
DJ. Come on.
You know,
It's so
culturally
nice.
distinct. I'm sorry, you're right. Culturally distinct podcast. You probably seen Miss Lisa on it a couple of times.
Yes, Elle Moore was on your
Elle Moore. I'm sorry. Elle Moore in their closet
That's right.
podcast was on there a couple of times. You'll see her again in the future. Yeah, man. You might see me in the city of Houston, man. If you see me, have any questions about relationships, about being married, about going into potentially being engaged or getting involved with somebody seriously, I will give you 30 seconds of my time.
Oh
So
my God.